Another question, why is it important to celebrate Black History Month in the athletic department here at the University of South Carolina?
I think the overarching theme for that should be important to the athletic department is to grow the culture. Like Black people bring a different type of swag, a different type of personality, like she said. And I think it's important to grow the culture, and not just because it's a PWI, just because it's college athletics in general.
I feel like it's important to celebrate Black History because it's something that happened. We need to inform people and have people be well informed and educated on the situations of the things that have happened in the past and the things that they may not know that we do know, and that we should be able to have conversations about the situations that have happened and not let them happen again.
Yeah, and kind of going off that, I think it's important to like celebrate us. We do so many amazing things and like great things, and I feel like a lot of like what we talk about in Black History Month is like the struggle. And the struggle is important because that's what got us here. Mm-hmm. But also sometimes we can celebrate like the great things we did. Like we've done a lot for the culture. We've done a lot for society. We've done a lot for America. Mm-hmm. We're amazing. We're an amazing group of people. Like I just feel like it's like sometimes we need to take the time to slow down and remember, oh, okay, we kind of ate that, or okay, we're kind of good. Like we really did do all that, and like it gives us like the space to like show the different who we are. Like we don't come all as one. We're all different. So like celebrating that, and I think like history is like we're making history every day. Like sometimes we only focus on back in the day, like MLK, Harriet Tubman, and yes, what they did was amazing. We need to continue to talk about that, but we also need to talk about what we're doing today. Like we need to be talking about the LeBron James and like what is he doing? What's he doing for us?
That's funny.
Yeah, we need to talk about
LeBron,
we need to talk about Obama. He made history.
And I was
like
that's why I was laughing. I was my wife is a school teacher, and she was ordering her poster to put up in her room and in the halls, for her door and all the stuff. And in front of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Obama was in the front this year. And I was like, they're up there, and I said to her, I was like, that's the change.
Yeah.
Like, so now it's people I even in my age never touched. You actually have someone that you can listen to, touch, pull up. If they come to campus, you can get. How does that even feel? Like, how does it feel now knowing that there are people who are now stepping up? And, I'm not saying that you're going to forget about that past, but who you now can touch and listen to and have like kind of your own Black activists or people you can look up to in the Black community. Who could it be, and how do you feel about it? Because LeBron does a lot of things like that. So what do you think?
I feel like it influences you to be able to use your voice. Like you shouldn't be scared. If you see someone in front of you being able to do something, you should feel just as comfortable to come out and say how you feel and express your feelings about a certain topic and be able to talk about it without feeling scared or feeling that you will be like shamed or anything like that.
That's perfect.
Right. I think it's relieving because it's like it's already been said. They've heard it. I just got to reiterate it. Like I don't have to. It's not the first time it's being brought up, so they won't be surprised.
It's not a new topic.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's also like great the fact that like when we have like all these current activists like the LeBron James and people that are doing things today, it also shows us like how we can create change today too. Like sometimes I feel like we're always talking about, the past, okay? And that got us here. And how do we go forward from where we're at right now? Like I feel like a lot of like some of the most important things is like understanding where we're at so that we can understand how to move forward. And so like where we're at right now, like we're like watching the people around us. Like for me, Shonda, she's doing these great things, showing me what I can do. The Obamas of the world, they showed me that I could be president one day. I grew up thinking I was going to be the president of the United States. I won't, but I could. And that's all it is. Like they opened the door, and that door is staying wide open. It's a swinging door.
What do y'all think about someone on campus who's extremely vocal? She takes the punches and in a sense sometimes gives them back, like a Don Staley on campus. And now she handles the commitment to excellence in the Black community. How do you see that at your age? How do you perceive what she's doing and the great job she's doing?
I love it because she's taking a stand on whatever podium, whatever broadcast, whatever it is. She stands firm on what she believes, and she's never going to let any type of media or outlet change the way that she feels about her way, and it helps me because it's like you have to be able to stand on whatever you believe in. It's the same way. You shouldn't allow anybody to push you off and pivot. So I feel the same way about that.
I like when you said the pivot terms.
I
felt you. You better double entendre.
Yeah.
I got you. I love it. Anything else from y'all?
I think it's great. She's making waves for all of us, and she's a strong black woman, and that's making waves for me as a black woman. It's giving me the space to be great. We may not be in the same sport, but what one black woman does can really make waves and make changes for all of us. It's also given me like a bigger like confidence to like speak up. Like the worst anybody can tell you is no. In certain situations, the worst it could be no. The worst could be no. Let's say the worst could be no. So it's just kind of like understanding like oh, she's being great. She's taking the platform that she's been given and she's finding a way to use it to propel basketball forward. We've seen how big women's basketball has gotten now, from a couple years ago when March Madness was a dumbbell or two, and they weren't getting what they needed.
Oh, and the little sandwiches versus a full meal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's huge stage where they're selling out all games. Like getting this type of like women's sports has deserved this for so long, and now we're finally getting it. So a win for Dawn Staley, a win for the basketball team is a win in my books because it's a win for all women.
I like your adding facts, Mars. Oh, all right. Well, I just want to thank everyone for joining us over these past few weeks as we explore the diversity here at the University of South Carolina within our athletic department and Black History Month. Perfect.
Yeah.
We did it.